What's up, everyone? We have a special guest today. We have McNeese softball star Rylee Eyster. Rylee, thanks for joining the show.
Of
Tell
course.
everybody a little bit about yourself.
Okay, so like you said, my name is Rylee. I'm originally from Mississippi, but currently I play softball at McNeese. I am a senior this year, and I've been at McNeese all 4 years, which is unheard of, in today's days.
Yeah, that is crazy. But so for people who don't know your journey, how did you go from, let's say, so you play softball and you do stuff with ESPN Plus, Gumbo Gators, correct?
Mm-hmm.
And you did an internship with, was it Savannah Bananas?
The Savannah Bananas,
So
yes.
like, tell everybody like, how do you like balance all of that? Like, how is that like?
Well, obviously it's not easy, and I think it's an ongoing process. Like, as I get more stuff on my plate, I just get better at handling it. Time management is obviously like really important. I plan out my days, like the week. I put it in my notes app, plan it out, what I'm doing at every hour. But also, we talk about as a softball team, like handling hard better. At some point, you just get better at handling it, and then you can handle more. So that's kind of what I figured out.
So what's the biggest difference between being a sideline reporter, doing media stuff, and being on the field as an athlete? Because both ways, like the camera is on you.
Yeah, that's true. I mean, I think you have to represent yourself well at all times. I'm always telling people like it's not always about your performance on the field as a softball player, but more of how you represent yourself. And that goes for ESPN too. I can't represent myself in a bad way on social media or in public and then expect to be taken seriously on the softball field or on ESPN.
So like, what's the hardest part about maybe being in the media world or being a sideline reporter that people just don't see at home? Like, if I'm watching the game at home, like, what's something if I'm watching it at home, I wouldn't like know, like, oh my god, like if I watched you do your routine, like that's like very hard. Like, what's something that they don't know at home?
That's a good question. I feel like it would be if we have a mess up, like if we have an audio issue or if we have a something issue, but then we figure it out right before air. You don't see all the stress that everybody just went through to make sure that this segment turned
Yeah.
out how it was. Like you didn't see that we were having issues with the cables and the sound wasn't working. All you know is like it turned out fine. So I feel like that would be big. Like you're so stressed and then it's like go and then you have to lock in and it's time to go.
I feel that.
Yeah.
So, does being a reporter or like a sideline reporter, does it help you interview other athletes or coaches? I know you've interviewed coaches before. Does
Hmm.
being an athlete help you interview people?
I say yes, 100%. Being an athlete gives me the athlete mentality, and I think that it allows me to connect better with people. I'm not on the outside. I understand where they're coming from. I know what kind of questions are important to them and what they want to be asked. So I think it does help out tremendously.
Okay. So, do you see yourself doing stuff in the media like beyond softball, or is it sort of like a side hustle right now?
I think I love media, but I also am the type of person where I want to try a little bit of everything before I commit myself. Like I want to try operations, I want to try a bunch of different things before it's time to be
Yeah.
like, I'm going to chase this. Right now, I'm in operations, and so far, I'm loving it. So who knows if I'll get back on the sideline? We'll see.
Cool, cool. So let's pivot to the athlete side. So,
Yeah.
how did you first fall in love with softball, and like, what made you choose McNeese, being all the way from Mississippi, correct?
So I'm 8 hours from home right now. When I first fell in love with softball, I don't know if it was like this one aha moment, like the light bulb went off. I think it was just an accumulation of I loved competing, I was a competitor, and I loved being challenged every day, and also being surrounded by good people. Just overall, I think that was my favorite part. And how did I find myself at McNeese? It's actually a funny story. I don't think I tell a lot of people this. My teammates know. I had actually committed to another mid-major college,
Okay.
University of Central Arkansas, UCA. They're the Bears. I had committed to them, and McNeese was my number two, but UCA was closer to home. So I was like, okay, I'm going to go closer to home. I'm not ready to go 8 hours away. Well, their head coach ended up stepping down.
Oh,
So,
okay.
oh no. What do I do? Like, I wanted to play for him. So I called Coach James back after I just called him and been like, I'm not coming to McNeese. And I was like, Coach James, do you still have a spot for me? Like, can I, like, please come back? I'm going to play for McNeese. Like, it was the most awkward, like, encounter. But that's how I found myself here. I don't regret it. I think everything happens for a reason, and specifically that.
So, what's the biggest difference from playing travel ball or high school ball compared to D1 softball? Like, what's the biggest difference you would say?
Obviously, the talent level, I mean, you hear that all the time, but also the schedule. In high school, it was much more relaxed. The standards weren't as high, the expectations were lower. And then when you get in college, you're playing for your university. Like, there's a lot more going on in college than there is in high school. In high school, you're just chasing the dream to, play Division I ball. And then once you get here, you're like, oh, now I have to figure out my life and I have to get a degree. And what am I doing now? And it's just, the standards are higher and there's just a lot more going on.
So, what does like a regular day look like for you? Like, so right now you guys are in preseason, finna start the season. So, like, right now, what does like a regular day look for you? Like, you have classes, I would bet. So, like, tell the fans like what a day looks like for you.
Okay, so I think I'm special in the way that I don't go to class in person, but I'm also in my last semester. Like I graduate this semester, so I just have online classes. So I don't necessarily go to class, but I still have class. So I'll wake up, we have weights, say 4 days a week. I'll take you through like a Monday. I'll wake up at like 5, go to weights at 6, and then after weights, we go get breakfast, we get protein shakes, and then you go home. And then from about like 9 to 12, you get your study hall done. We have mandatory study hall hours. You run errands, you make food, you wash your laundry, anything you need to do. And then we go to the field around 1, 2, depending what we have that day. And then we'll have practice, or we'll have an inter squad, or we may have a hitting group throughout the day. Each day is a little bit different. And then after I come home and eat, or softball feeds us, and then it's sleep, and then it's do it again.
Man. So, what does a game day look like?
Okay, game day. So next game day, Thursday, season opener. It's on a Thursday, so we'll have weights that morning. We'll probably have a game day lift. Then we'll have breakfast. We usually have mandatory breakfast on game days just to get us up and moving, making sure we're not sleeping all throughout the day. And then I'll just kind of chill for the most part. Try to get my mind right, maybe watch some film, eat a good pregame meal, and then get to the field and start doing my duties.
Cool. I mean, imagine if you actually did have classes, like what your day would look like.
And most of my teammates have classes. They're having like 3 classes a day. So I commend them. I'm just past that time in my life.
So, what's one part of your game that you would say? So, you're a senior now. So,
Mhm.
like when you were a freshman compared to now, like what's one part of your game like just changed tremendously that you've improved on?
Well, I think I play outfield now. I played infield all throughout growing up, high school. So I think becoming an elite outfielder has been really important for me because I didn't have the skills to be an elite outfielder because I'd always trained as an infielder. So I would say my journey from being a freshman outfielder to now a senior outfielder is what I've improved on.
Yeah, I mean, I always know people that played like softball, baseball growing up that play outfield. I'd be like, the ball's never going out there. Like,
Hmm.
what's the point of playing outfield when you're little? So, like, do you ever say like, I know the ball probably goes out there a little more. Like in your head, like, what do you say to keep you focused? Like, maybe if the ball's like, it's a day the ball's not really going out there as much, you're not getting as much action. Like, what do you say to yourself to like keep you focused?
Yeah, so I actually haven't figured that out yet. That's something I struggle with. And there'll be games when I don't get a ball, and that is so hard to stay focused. We play one pitch at a time. That's kind of like our team motto. And so you focus for that one pitch, you detach, and then you get back in because you can't stay focused for every pitch of every inning and never. So I get out, I get back in, I refocus for the pitch, and I just try to entertain myself, dance to the music if they're playing any, look around, look at the scoreboard, keep myself engaged. And we also have a script, like before every play, you want to know where you're going with the ball before you get the ball. So I look around at the runners, I know where I'm going if my ball's hit to my left, or if it's on the ground, or if it's deep, or if it's right at me. So I take all that in too. But it's hard.
So, what's your favorite type of play to make? Like diving catch, throwing someone out, saving a hit that's going towards the wall. Like, do you have like a sort of like favorite play that you're like, yes,
Okay. Obviously, throwing someone out is just so fun because I feel
yeah.
like that rarely happens from the outfield. Like it happens less often than not. So that's always fun, and you can get hyped up, especially if it's at home and you like stop to run from scoring. But I love a good diving play. I like
Yeah.
chasing it down, getting out there and like looking at your glove to see if you caught it just to make sure the ball's in there. I love a diving play.
So what's been like your proudest moment since you've been at McNeese so far, if you have one?
I feel like I have a few. Um,
Or share all of them. It doesn't matter.
Share all of them. Ooh, that's good. Well, I mean, last year we made history. We became the first Southland Conference team to do a four-peat on the regular season championship. I feel like that was good, not because of the trophy, not because we're chasing trophies, but because it's a testament to like how hard we worked, how consistent we've been, and I've been a part of three of those. So it was like, oh man, like we've really come a long way, and obviously we want to continue that.
So basically every year you've been in college, you've won a conference championship, a
Mhm.
regular season conference championship.
Mhm.
So basically you guys have to basically five-peat to continue that. So what goals are you chasing for this season and for you personally or as a team or both?
Personally, I really want to be present this year. Like I said, it's my last year, it's my senior season. I want to be where my feet are. I don't want to be worrying about what I'm going to do when I graduate. I don't want to be worrying about anything else than what I'm doing right now, which is playing softball. I want to take in all the time with my teammates and just appreciate it a little bit more since I know that it's coming to an end. As a team, we're shooting for a super regional. We made it to a regional my freshman year. And we were one out away from a super regional. So it's our goal to make it to our first ever super regional.
You know, I never played baseball or softball, obviously not softball, but like I always thought it was cool. Like y'all had like walk-up songs. So
Hmm.
like what's your like walk-up song? Like if I'm going to a softball game, check y'all out. What's gonna be your walk-up song?
Okay, so we get a couple, so I'll tell you both. And I've used different ones every year, but I think this year I'm gonna do "Sweet Escape," the "Sweet Escape" by Gwen Stefani, just because the vibes are high, the crowd loves it, and I've used that one for a few years. And then I have a track record of doing WWE songs, like the wrestling song.
Okay.
So I did John Cena when I was like in high school, like the John Cena. And this year I'm doing "Here Comes the Money." It's a wrestler named Shane. Do you know that song?
I think so. Like, here comes the money.
Yes, yes,
Yeah.
yes. And it's just like a good build up, and then it just kind of like it's a vibe. And I used it last year and I loved it. So I'm going with those two. Those are what you're gonna hear me walking up to.
So do you guys like get to change it every game, or is it something you guys set before the season?
Yeah, so we set it before the season. Obviously, we change them every season. And then you pick two, and they just rotate. Actually, one night last year we had a country night, and we got to change
Mhm.
our songs to country. And I did "Here for the Party" by Gretchen Wilson, and I
Okay.
really liked that one. But besides that, we had the same walkout songs all season.
Okay. So this is a little off the rails. If you weren't playing softball, what would Rylee Eyster be playing like? Would you be out there playing volleyball, basketball? Like, what would you be playing if you weren't a softball player at McNeese?
Okay, so I played basketball and volleyball in high school. Basketball was not my jam. I was a good cheerleader to say the least, and I tried my best. Like I was fast and I'd drive down the court, but I wasn't contributing to the team. But I did play volleyball, loved volleyball, so I would 1,000% be a volleyball player if I didn't.
Volleyball. Beach volleyball or
No,
just
no, no.
regular volleyball?
Beach is like not for the weak. Like I would do indoor volleyball, so I could be diving
Yeah.
around, doing all that fun stuff.
Okay, last one, and we're gonna get you out on this one.
Okay.
What's your favorite go-to spot to eat food? Like if it's after a game, big win, long day from school, like if you just had to pick one that you're going to right now that you could eat free, where are you going?
Okay, I'm glad you asked this question, and I literally ate it last night. Cooler's Ice House has the best food in Lake Charles. They have pizza, they have egg rolls, they have brisket cheese bread. You need to go to Cooler's. This is me like saying it. Cooler's has the best food in Lake Charles.
I've asked every athlete in Lake Charles, what's the best food spot? That's the first time I've gotten coolers.
It's like a hidden gem because you wouldn't
Yeah.
expect that from
There's
Cooler's.
a lot of hidden gems.
But trust, Coolers is the place that you want to go to eat.
Okay, everybody, check out coolers.
And get the
Okay,
pineapple pizza. That's my order.
the pizza.
Yes.
Okay. Okay, Riley, what's something that the fans should expect from you and your team going forward this season?
Good vibes, We're going to have some fun. We're going to win some games, and we hope to see you there.
What's the first game?
First game is next Thursday, February 5th, against Texas Tech, who is the preseason #1 team in the country.
Where's the game at? Lake Charles?
It's here.
Okay, so we're gonna.
So
Okay.
we're hosting.
Okay.
Yes, we're hosting Texas Tech. It's going to be good competition. We're happy to have such a good team come to Lake Charles because you get to watch softball on TV, but very rarely do you get to see like big teams in Lake Charles. So it's going to be fun, and we're super excited.
Yeah, I know. I got to see you guys play LSU last year in Lake Charles. It was a pretty good game, especially the first couple innings. You guys hung with them
It was
a long time, so this should be a pretty good matchup for y'all.
To like out-fan them. I feel like they're going to travel well.
Yeah.
So we have more blue in the stands than red.
Lubbock, Texas, I think. Lubbock.
That sounds right.
Yeah. Thank you, Rylee, for coming on. And how can everybody check you out on social media?
Thank you for having me, and you can follow me on Instagram at Rylee Eyster or at the Rylee Rundown.
Thank you, Rylee, and we're out.